Right now, thousands of Indians are being forced to leave countries they once called home. For many, these are places where they built careers, friendships, and families. Now, all of that is being uprooted almost overnight. Why is this happening? The reasons are complex, and the consequences are deeply personal, affecting entire communities. In the US, a tough crackdown on illegal immigration and international students has left many scrambling. New policies rolled out in 2025 meant even top universities like Harvard lost their ability to enroll foreign students. Nearly 800 Indian students at Harvard suddenly faced an uncertain future. Many had invested years of effort, only to find themselves forced to leave or transfer, abandoning research and dreams. And it's not just students. New executive orders allow for mass deportations, no hearings, just straight onto a plane. The process is swift and traumatic, with families separated in an instant. Gurpreet Singh, a trucker from Punjab, was sent back to India in chains after a perilous journey, left with debt and heartbreak. His story is just one among thousands. Meanwhile, tensions between India and Pakistan have reached a boiling point. After a deadly attack in Kashmir, India ordered all Pakistani nationals to leave within 48 hours, leaving families and workers stranded. Borders closed, water treaties suspended, and families torn apart, many unsure if they'll ever reunite. Why do so many risk everything to migrate? For most, it's desperation. Jobs in India are scarce, and the hope for a better life outweighs the dangers. Many turn to dangerous routes, paying smugglers for a risky journey, knowing the risks but feeling they have no other choice. As countries tighten borders, the cost isn't just financial, it's emotional and deeply human. Families are separated, lives put on hold, and the scars can last a lifetime. These are the harsh realities facing Indian migrants today, reminding us that migration is about more than policy. It's about people, families, and the hope that someday things might change for the better. For many Indians, the dream of working abroad is fueled by the hope of better opportunities and a brighter future for their families. But in recent years, that dream has turned into uncertainty and heartbreak for thousands. Why are so many Indians being forced to leave countries they once called home? The answer lies in a complex web of changing immigration policies, economic shifts, and rising nationalism across the globe. Countries that once welcomed foreign workers are now tightening their borders, revising visa rules, and prioritizing local employment. For many Indian workers, especially in the Gulf, new labor laws and stricter residency requirements have made it nearly impossible to stay. Some have lost jobs overnight, while others face mounting legal hurdles just to renew their permits. Back home, the impact is deeply felt. Families who depended on remittances now struggle to make ends meet. Communities are rallying to support returnees, but the challenges are immense. The Indian government has launched initiatives to help those returning, from job fairs to skill development programs. But with so many affected, the road to recovery is long and uncertain. Yet amidst the challenges, there is resilience. Many are finding new ways to rebuild their lives, determined to turn adversity into opportunity. The story of these thousands of Indians is not just about forced departures. It's about hope, adaptation, and the enduring spirit to start again. In the heart of the Middle East, Indian migrants have long played a vital role in building cities, running businesses, and supporting local economies. But beneath the shimmering skylines of Dubai, Doha, and Riyadh, recent policy changes have cast a long shadow. Stricter labor laws, nationalization drives like Saudi Arabia's Saudisation, and new quotas for foreign workers have left many Indians facing sudden job losses and uncertain futures. Stories abound of workers who arrived full of hope only to find themselves trapped by contract disputes, unpaid wages, or abrupt deportations. Take Ravi, for example, a construction supervisor in Abu Dhabi. Overnight, new regulations meant his work permit could not be renewed. With little warning, he was forced to leave behind years of hard work and a life he had painstakingly built. Or Mina, a nurse in Kuwait who faced mounting paperwork and rising fees just to keep her job, all while worrying about the family she supports back in Kerala. For many, the emotional toll is just as heavy as the financial one. The sense of belonging, the friendships forged, and the dreams nurtured over years, suddenly uprooted by forces beyond their control. Yet even as policies tighten and opportunities shrink, countless Indian migrants continue to persevere. Some turn to community networks for support, others retrain or seek out new paths, refusing to let setbacks define their futures. Their stories are a testament to resilience in the face of adversity, and a reminder that behind every policy change are real lives, hopes, and dreams. While headlines focus on the exodus of Indian migrants from the Gulf, the true impact is felt thousands of miles away, within the quiet homes and bustling villages of India. For every worker forced to leave, there are families left behind, grappling with sudden uncertainty. The remittances that once paid for children's education, elderly care, or a new roof now dwindle or vanish overnight. Wives, parents, and children must confront not just the loss of income, but the emotional void left by an absent loved one's abrupt return. Listen to Sunita, whose husband worked in Oman for over a decade. She recalls the pride in her children's eyes each time their father visited, and the security his earnings provided. Now, with him home and jobless, the family faces mounting debts and difficult choices. Should the children stay in school or help earn a living? Beyond finances, the emotional toll is profound. Children struggle to adjust to a parent who has become a stranger. Spouses must navigate new roles and responsibilities, while elderly parents watch their dreams for the next generation fade. Communities, too, feel the strain. As more migrants return, local job markets become saturated, and support networks are stretched thin. Yet, amidst the hardship, many families draw upon deep reserves of resilience, leaning on neighbors, pooling resources, and finding hope in togetherness. The story of migration is never just about those who leave, it is also about those who wait, worry, and rebuild, quietly shaping the future of India, one day at a time. While families in India grapple with loss and uncertainty, a crucial support network operates behind the scenes: international organizations and NGOs. These groups, often unsung, become lifelines for Indian migrants facing deportation or hardship abroad. From legal aid to emergency shelter, they step in when governments fall short. The International Organization for Migration, for example, coordinates safe repatriation flights and helps returnees reintegrate back home. Meanwhile, NGOs like Migrant Rights and Pravasi Bharatiya Sahayata Kendra offer helplines, counseling, and translation services, ensuring that migrants are not left to navigate complex foreign bureaucracies alone. In the Gulf, volunteers visit detention centers, advocate for fair treatment, and even mediate with employers to recover unpaid wages. For many stranded workers, these interventions mean the difference between despair and a new beginning. Back in India, grassroots organizations run skills workshops, microloan programs, and job fairs tailored for returnees, helping them rebuild livelihoods and restore dignity. The challenges are immense, but so too is the collective resolve. Though the journey home can be fraught with setbacks, the solidarity shown by these organizations offers hope, reminding migrants and their families that even in the toughest times, they are not alone. As the tide of returning migrants grows, the Indian government faces mounting pressure to adapt. In recent years, new policies and initiatives have begun to emerge, signaling a shift in official thinking about the needs of returnees. Schemes such as the Pravasi Kaushal Vikas Yojana now target skills development specifically for those who have worked overseas, recognizing their unique experiences and helping them re-enter the Indian workforce. At the state level, some governments have launched specialized helplines, fast-track grievance redressal cells, and dedicated job portals to connect returnees with local employers. Meanwhile, the Ministry of External Affairs has expanded its support, offering pre-departure orientation and post-arrival counseling. Financial incentives and microcredit schemes are being trialed in select regions, aiming to encourage entrepreneurship among returnees who may struggle to find traditional employment. Experts note, however, that challenges remain, particularly in rural areas where opportunities are scarce and social stigma can persist. Still, these policy shifts mark an important step forward. By acknowledging the realities faced by returning migrants and investing in their reintegration, India is beginning to transform adversity into opportunity, laying the groundwork for a more inclusive future. But the story doesn't end with government policies or official schemes. Across India, countless returnees are quietly rewriting their own narratives, demonstrating extraordinary resilience in the face of upheaval. Meet Priya, who spent a decade as a nurse in the Gulf. After returning to Kerala, she used her savings and experience to open a small community clinic, offering affordable healthcare in her village. Her journey wasn't easy. There were skeptics and resources were scarce, but her determination has transformed lives, both hers and her neighbors. Then there's Ramesh, once a construction worker in the UAE. When he came back to Bihar, he struggled to find work. Instead of giving up, he enrolled in a government upskilling program and now runs a successful carpentry business, employing other returnees. His story is echoed by thousands, people who have turned setbacks into fresh starts. These stories highlight the quiet strength of India's migrant community. They remind us that, while policy changes are vital, the true engine of reintegration is the tenacity, creativity, and hope of the returnees themselves. Their journeys are far from simple, but with every new business, every classroom taught, and every innovation, they are helping to stitch a stronger social fabric, one defined by courage and adaptation. Thanks for watching. If this opened your eyes to what's really happening, hit like and subscribe for more immigration reality checks. Have you been affected by these changes? Let us know in the comments below.